Hello, and welcome to another episode of Crizzy Books. I'm Crizzy or Criz, but only my homeboys call me Criz. And holy shit, we've made it to the middle of 2024 already. My oh my, where has the year gone? It was only 6 months ago that I was starting this channel. Just a green, fresh, new little baby booktuber. Not having a goddamn idea what I'm doing. Still don't. But we've gotten a little better since then. Thanks for sticking around with me. And, you know, it's been great. When I first started this channel, I was doing kind of a month-to-month thing, which a lot of people do, you know, a monthly roundup or whatever. I quickly just... I don't care. I don't know if anybody else cares either. I mean, if that's something you want to see, maybe leave a comment and tell me, and maybe I'll do it. I just like doing reviews and lists and things like that. Answering questions about New York. These are things that I enjoy doing more. I'm not really concerned with like giving an update on what I'm reading right now. You'll find out. I'll do a review on it when I'm done. But because it's the middle of the year, I wanted to do kind of a year-to-date roundup plus, hey, here's the things that I think are the best of what I've read so far. If you want to see that, go ahead and skip ahead. I'll have this timestamp, so you can skip all this shit that I'm about to talk about if you don't care. But just some kind of updates on me, in case you were wondering. Lots happened. A whole lot's happened. I started this channel in January, which has been great. I've met a lot of cool people. It's made reading far more exciting than it has ever been for me. But what's really cool is I'm now remembering more about what I read, which has been a huge, like, a total change. There are books that I read a couple years ago that I don't remember hardly anything from. Everything that I've read this year, I can remember specific parts and pieces of, and they've all stuck with me in their own way because I'm actually thinking about things. I'm taking notes while I'm reading. I'm giving my reviews and making these videos. Like, these details are sticking with me more than they ever have. So I think that that's been awesome. I'm also reading more. And there's reasons for that I'll get into in a second, but I've read more, which I was worried about, you know, starting this and being burnt out. I know a lot of people talk about that. I'm concerned about like being obsessed about it because I want to I got to make more videos and stuff. And I was worried that I would read so much that I ended up hating it. And I haven't got there yet. I still enjoy it. There are times where I'm like, okay, I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm doing too much. But it's been great. As far as me, I've done some pretty cool stuff this year. I went to Austin, Texas for the first time. That was kind of fun. I just got back from Malaysia about a week and a half ago. That was incredible. One of the things that's helped this channel, but not me, I hurt my knee like months ago. I'm still fucking with it. It sucks. But because I was hurt, all that I could do was play video games and read like all day. That's all I could do. So I got a lot of reading done in that time. And because of it, I've now read 25 books this year, which is absurd. I don't think I've read 25 books a full year in, I don't even know. That's pretty cool. I've also read a ton of comic books and manga on top of that as well. I don't really log that stuff. I've just read so much. My initial list of books that I had wanted to read, I have like 3 left on it, which is huge. And then I get to start my next list, which is like has so much more exciting stuff and things that I'm really looking forward to. A lot more series that I'm excited to read. So very hyped on that. And as far as what I'm currently reading right now, I'm reading Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. I'm about halfway into it. It's really good. Kind of a ghost story. It's cool. And I'm also reading 20th Century Boys, the manga. I've been reading this for far too long. I have not been consistent with reading it. Books kind of took over for me for a little bit. My goal is to finish it here pretty soon. I really like it. So let's just get into my best of. This is going to be in no like order. This isn't like a numbered list of number 10 to number 1. It's not like that. I'll give that at the end of the year. I've put things into categories, and then when we get to the actual like novels and books, like I'll give like a list of everything that I've read that I think is really good. Starting out with my favorite comic book that I read this year, especially from like a superhero standpoint, I'm gonna go with Daredevil, Man Without Fear. I have not read a ton of Daredevil, if like any Daredevil in my life until this year, and he's like They're a great comic series. He's such an awesome character. He's up there at the top with one of my favorites now, and especially like the Frank Miller stuff. I mean, there are so many other runs by different artists and authors that are so good, but the Frank Miller, like Man Without Fear, that was just awesome, man. I loved it so much. When it comes to graphic novels, I've read a ton of graphic novels this year, and I liked a lot of them. It's got to be The Crimson Cage. This is Macbeth told through 80s territory wrestling. If that sounds interesting to you, check this out. It's awesome. It's so good. This is by AWA Upshot, which is like a smaller indie press. I don't even remember how I found out about this, but if you're a fan of pro wrestling, you have to. This is like essential reading. It's so good. Super violent and bloody, but also like psychological. It's awesome. Other than that, I read a lot of stuff by Durf Backdurf, Trashed, My Friend Dahmer. He's fantastic, so anything by him was awesome too. Favorite manga this year? It's been Slam Dunk. I fucking loved it. So good. I did not think that a manga series would be able to draw me in, especially one that had to do with sports and basketball. How could this possibly be this good? It's great. I love all of the characters. The just action in it is great. The intensity. It's awesome. Awesome. I don't read a lot of nonfiction. I've read about 2 this year, but it's easily going to go to I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I fucking adore this. This is not just the best nonfiction. This is one of the best books I've read this year. I see no scenario where anything I read from here on out is going to knock this at least out of the top 5 of books that I've read this year. This is fantastic. Her honesty and resilience. She's just awesome. And she wastes no time. There's no wasted space. I think that's one thing that a lot of nonfiction books struggle with, for me at least, is they are not justifying their length. They're filling a lot of pages with crap that is just not necessary, and that's not how this one was at all. Everything felt like it should be there, and it was informative and entertaining and necessary, and I just really enjoyed it. Short story. I don't read a lot of short stories. This is the only short story I've read this year, but I really liked it. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Such an interesting, like, messed up concept about an AI that has trapped people inside of it and just uses its ability to torture them endlessly because it hates human beings. And what that's like for the human beings living inside of this machine, horrible, horrific, but really good. And now we're down to the bread and butter of the list, what you all probably came here for. This would be my list of books that if I were to make a top 10 right now, these would probably be in there somewhere. I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Fantastic. I read this. This is one of the first books I read this year. I adore it. I think it's amazing. 5 stars all around. Psychological, horror, disturbing, great stuff. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Sci-fi classic, Philip K. Dick. I mean, I've read a couple of his books before this that I really love. This is no exception. This was fantastic. Very weird, kind of philosophical, and kind of honestly trippier than I expected. Loved it. Tender as the Flesh, just flat out fucked up. Really great dystopian horror. Just awesome. No one is talking about this. This is one that I read recently. I haven't even done a review for this yet, but 5 stars all around. A really good description of kind of an ADHD brain, terminally online person, and then something kind of happens in the middle that makes him a little more focused on what's important in life. I thought this was great. Dark Matter. This book gets away with a lot because of the premise. Having read other Blake Crouch, I'm not sure that that's intentional, but it gets away with it, and I think this is really good. High stake, fast-paced, really cool and interesting ideas when it comes to alternate realities, multiple versions of yourself existing all in the same plane. Really cool. The Troop, I feel like I've talked about this ad nauseum at this point, but I thought this was awesome. This is the first Nick Cutter book I've read. I'm definitely reading more. Brutal scenes and moments, almost to a point of like come on. Shocking and horrific and just a good story. I liked it. The Hedge Knight or Dunk and Egg or A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, whatever the fuck it's called. Great to return to this Game of Thrones Westeros world. It's been a long time since I've read, any Song of Ice and Fire or anything like that, and so it was really good to get back into that. And also it just made me appreciate Martin's writing. With the show souring my taste a little bit on Game of Thrones, it was a nice reminder to be like, oh right, this is what makes it so good, is him and his writing in these stories and the way in which he can build a world and the characterization and politics and drama, and then eventually leading up to some kind of, violent outburst or, excitement in some way. Everything that you love from the main story is all here too, and it's really good. I just really love this world and love these characters, and it was nice to be back. And finally, Child of God, Cormac McCarthy, another one I feel like I've been talking about a lot. A very simple and beautifully written story about a hillbilly who becomes a psychopathic serial killer and necrophiliac. It is super fucked up, and I thought it was great. So there we have it. There's probably others that I could put on this list, but I think these are the heaviest hitters so far for me this year. Like I said, I've read 25 now up to this point. Here's hoping for 25 more. But how about you? What would you say are your top books that you've read so far this year? Leave a comment below. Let me know. Like this video. Absolutely smash that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.